Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Cris. Face shave time. I've just popped a head shave on and it felt great. Using the same razor that I'll be using for my face shave, which was the Henckels Freedo. I don't know whether this is going to be shave ready for my face anymore, we'll soon find out, but it's very smooth on my head. It's not as smooth as my Drew Dick, but it is still a comfortable shave. I'm going to be using Havana from Moonsoap. Now this is, I didn't rinse this tub out because I'm going to use it straight away after my face head shave. Moonsoaps.com. Now this is a tallow based soap. The tallow has been rendered by the gentleman that makes it, and he's an ex-butcher of so many years, 20 years or so, so it's all like free range tallow or however he does it. It's excellent quality. Now every soap that they make is a different formula, so one might not work for you but the next one might. Now I have two. I've got Havana and I can't remember the name of the other one, Old School, and both of them perform exceptionally well. Similar-ish type scents, sort of powdery sweet. This one has got that very, very slight tobacco scent to it, but it is very nice, very, very nice indeed. So I've got my Envy Shave Abalone brush that you can see there, and this has got a 25mm Black Wolf knot in it. I'm not quite sure what version of the Black Wolf that's in it, but it's a superb brush. It really is very ergonomic. The knot is different class. Now I've tried some black and white knots that aren't Black Wolves or Tuxedos, and a lot of them are pretty average. The Black Wolf knots that Peter and Envy Shave use are shit hot. Turning Shave's Quarter Moon and his black and white knots are great, and AP Shave calls Tuxedo knots, which were the originals that started all this trend off of the black and white super soft knots, are absolutely brilliant. But these ones, sometimes you can get a bit of a, just drawing my head off. I had a few little weepers and I think a couple of nicks here and there on my head, but other than that, nothing too bad. I was just giving it a bit of a wipe down. Wet the face. I've got 48 hours growth. I'm back in at work today, but let's get a lovely shave done. And dip the tips, just start painting the water in. And again. Just keep dipping. This will be the last one, and that's why. You can see pretty much all the lather, or all the load that's on my face now is translucent. You can see through it to my skin quite clearly. See, there's quite a bit of lather on the brush now, so all I do is scoop that on my chin. We'll catch that later on, and now it's time to split the brush. Now what we can do, because I've made that little divot in the middle of the brush, is I can throw all my lather on the floor that's fell off my chin and waste it, because that's what you do. Not really, you're supposed to catch it in your brush. I have to say, Moonsoap aren't really a soap that I see. In fact, I have to be honest, it's not a soap that I've really seen at all in any shave of the days. I don't think I've seen any other YouTubers use it, but it is high class, high quality shaving soap. They also make shaving brushes, which I have to admit are really, really nice. Absolutely stunning. It really is a beautiful lather. It's very creamy, it's very dense. As you can see the brush, look at the gloss on it, beautiful. Right, let's give this Henckels pre-dur a bash. If it doesn't feel too comfortable, I'm going to pop over onto my open comb carve. So I've just dipped it in the water, so that is the blade there. I do have a bit of the shakes, so not the best razor to be using when you got shakes. So hold it like that. The thing I don't like about this one is I don't have the double tang on the end, so I can't get both fingers on. I can sort of get just on the knob there, right on the end. And let's see how we go. I'll be surprised if that's not a cut. It is a cut. My first cut just under the eye. Whew. Right, I'm just going to dry my hand again. I feel that just sort of sticking a little bit there. I think what happened was there was no actual soap up there anyway, and it just sort of dug in. Right, let's just grab my skin here and pull it up. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a good little slice that, I tell you. Everyone has to get one. I'd be surprised if anyone straight razor shaved their whole life and never cut themselves once. It'd be a hell of an achievement. What? What is it?
Can I please have some Panadol because it's really hurting when I have my tea?
Yep. Right, so there's the pass done. I'm not going to continue with that razor now. That cut's put me off just a little bit. I am going to finish off now with my carve, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm just going to just wet the face down, see how it feels. It's very slick soap, it really is. Which is what you need really when you're using a straight, definitely. Right, so I've got the Carve Christopher Bradley open comb C plate, 0.85 blade gap. Feels more like the D or the E plate, but it's a little bit smoother, I think, than what the efficiency, than what the aggressiveness is on them. But one thing I love about this one is how it gathers the lather. You can see there, it gathers the lather so much cleaner than the solid bar. Now, I didn't realise how the solid bar collected the lather before until I started using this and realised how much better it was. Right, with the face again. One great thing with the straight razor is when you do cut yourself, it's such a clean cut. It's like, it's an impeccable cut. Just going to dip the tips. Just a tiny little bit of water and that lather just builds again. It's not massive like it was to begin with, but certainly a little bit to work on with that shape, but A few little weepers down here. Well, little, they're actually quite big in terms of weepers, but that's a super close shave. Right, let's get the sink emptied out. That's that, can rinse the soap. One thing I love about the Moonsoap soaps, waterproof labels. The labels are straight. Little things that matter to me. It's a very firm soap as well, so it's gonna last you a long time. Even though I've got that few little weepers down here, now this is a sort of irritation zone for me right on this part of the neck, normally over here, but today it's pretty damn good. I'm quite happy with that. Other than this little slice here and the few little weepers here, it's turned into a really good shave. Now there's going to be a little bit of irritation because I have to say, even though the Fredo is a very smooth shave, it's not quite as smooth. Actually, to be honest, it's not anywhere near as smooth as the Grooming Custom, but it's still a great shave. My fear will be when I get the custom razor rehomed eventually, will it still be a nice shave? That'll be the real test for me, because if it's not, then it can be a nice shave in someone else's den, I think. Because as much as I don't want to get rid of any of my straights, and I'm actually enjoying using them, and I think with plenty of practice you could become proficient enough to do a full shave in under 10 minutes quite comfortably. I don't think I'm a million miles away from it myself, to be honest. Other than that, got a little weepers down here. I'm just going to go with the splash straight away. So the splash is Maol Grooming Marlogue Wood, which is a superb aftershave splash. 1, 2, 3 splashes of that. This is going to sting, I just noticed. Surprisingly, nowhere near as much as I thought. In fact, hardly any sting, which is exceptional. Really happy. I thought with that, the Fredo not being quite as smooth, I thought I'd have more irritation in that, and then tackling it with an open comb, but that wasn't stingy at all. Really happy with that. It's a great end product. Beautiful. Obviously this will weep a little bit more, and what I'll do is I just wipe it off with some water. Same as the back of my head. I'm going to have a few little blood spots in the back of my head, but I'll sort them out afterwards when I'm off the camera. So the soap today was Havana from Moonsoaps.com. High quality soap. I don't know why I keep picking it up to show you, but there's Moonsoaps.com on there. The ingredients are just there. Now it's quite a small set of ingredients. They are very clean, and it's a high quality soap, and it's firm. It's not a soft soap by any means. It's quite firm. You need to give it a good squish to get your finger to sink into it a little bit. The brush for today was the Envy Shave Abalone brush, which is absolutely stunning. I love this brush, and as you can see, the knot looks like it hasn't even been used today. Make sure you get all your soap out your knot, give it a real good rinse and a real good flick, and you'll get everything out of it, and it'll look like it did before you even wet it. And then I just stand my brush up like that and just leave it, and it dries. My theory being that evaporation goes that way. If you hang your brush upside down, the evaporation can only go up. You can't evaporate down, as far as I'm aware. So if you hang your brush upside down to dry, yes, all the water molecules and all the water itself that's in it may drip off and go towards the ends of the tips of the fibres. But I just seem to think of it's up there and it's quite dense at the base of your knot. So in this part of your brush, it's very dense in here. This is where where your glue knot is and where most of your dense fibres are together. It would just hold on to that water, in my opinion. So if you hang your brush like that, as much as the water that would actually drip down at the end and evaporate or fall off, there's going to be stuff left in here. And my thought process is that it can only go up. So how's it going to come down and around? I don't know. I'm a bit mental when I think of things like that. But evaporation goes up, and if you put your brush like that, it should dry, in my opinion, better than it does like that. But who am I? Razors for today. Henckels Fredo 72, as you can see just on that end bit there. It is a stunning razor, it really is. I can't stand orange. I hate orange. Orange is the colour of ranges, pretty much, the orange walk. all the orange flags, the orange songs that used, all that crap. So yeah, I'm not a fan of orange, but I do like this. It's a shame because there's a lot of nice orange things going around. Just unfortunately I'm not a fan of orange, but beautiful razor nonetheless. And the carved Christopher Bradley open comb razor, C-plate, and I think that was, do you know what, I've got no idea how many uses are on these blades, but there's so many on them now. This is the American Gillette Super Stainless Vintage blade, the spoiler. I think it's got about 10 shaves on it now. It might even be more than that, not sure, but it's still very, very smooth. It doesn't even feel like a used blade, to be honest. I'm finished off today with Maol Grooming Marlogue wood. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's been a while since I've done a head and face shave all on the same day. The head shave has turned out to be a cracking shave. Got a bit of irritation, a bit of spots here and there in the back, blood spots, weepers and things. And I've got a slice just on here. My first probably scar, because I don't heal like I used to. And a couple of little weepers here, but still a cracking shave. Really enjoyed it. The straight razors work. They work very, very well. And for those of you out there that think they're going to be as hard as the Chevette, I can assure you 100% they are not as hard as the Chevette. As long as you've got a good edge on there, I would say that they're twice as easy as the Chevette. There's not much difference in all honesty once you get left and right hand working well for your cross the grains and things like that. You're going to get shaves very similar to your DE razor. Whereas with a Chevette, I really struggled to get anything near what I could get with a DE razor. So all in all, I'm enjoying the straights. I still prefer DE, but I think straights will stay in the den. I really do, I think they will. As long as I can find some way of honing it myself, or someone to hone it to a good standard for me that's shaveable. It doesn't need to be brilliant, just needs to be shaveable. And I'll be happy with that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you want a thumbs down, I couldn't give a rat's arse. And subscribe to the channel, and if you want to let other people know about the channel, they can subscribe as well. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.